Tron Ares is finally in theaters. Let's see if this long-awaited sequel is worth your time. Mankind encounters AI beings for the first time when a highly sophisticated program, Ares, leaves the digital world for a dangerous mission in the real world. It's crazy that the Tron franchise is still relevant today. The film in the 80s was groundbreaking for when it was released, and Tron Legacy to me still is one of the best live action Disney movies. I really like Tron Legacy. So going into Ares, I was curious. I was interested in the Tron franchise continuing, but a bit hesitant on the film. This is a movie that's visually stunning. It looks really good. The score by 9 Inch Nails is an absolute banger. But unfortunately, it's a film that relies so much on the visuals, so much on the score and the action to where it doesn't complement the story so much. We have Jared Leto playing Ares, this AI character that is being transported from the grid to the human world. And I do think that is an appropriate storyline to continue the Tron franchise. Now we live in a world where AI is everywhere. It's a storyline that does match our current state of the world. And as much as I think that it is appropriate to have a storyline like this, the grid and the characters in that digital world, to me, for Tron Legacy and the original Tron, was so interesting because it was out of the norm. It was something different. It was that escape from reality and being in a world that we can only imagine. So bringing it into the human world, I think it loses that element, that touch of being in that digital world where things could be so different and exciting and crazy to look at. And now you're just taking that away and bringing it to the human world. But it is a storyline I do think that is appropriate for 2025. And so with Jared Leto's character, he is a character that is accepting these missions, but along the way he's starting to feel something, and that is where that glitch is coming into play, and we see that character shift. Jared Leto's fine. I don't think Jared Leto's the best actor ever. He doesn't really show much emotion in this movie, and that's appropriate for an AI character that doesn't have these feelings. And as the film does progress, he starts to show some interest and go off of his missions. And so there's that nice progression for the character. He doesn't really dive so much into his own emotions and his interests. It's very surface level, but I think he was very serviceable in the role. And Greta Lee, she's good in the film. She has a purpose of trying to grow her company, and I think she's pretty interesting in the movie. A lot of exposition scenes towards the end of the film that really bogs that character down, but I think that she's pretty fun within the role. Evan Peters as our big villain of the film, he's kind of unhinged and a little over the top, but it provided that energy within the movie. And now it does bring a lot of elements from the previous 2 Tron films, looking at the 2 companies within those movies and their rivalry and trying to better humanity and just grow as a company. And looking at those 2 companies, that rivalry between the 2, I think is a nice storyline within the film. One that wants to just grow for their own personal gain, and one that wants to actually serve humanity and use AI in the most appropriate way possible to help humans. That also is an insight for our world today. But the film relies so much on those visuals, that action, that the storyline does feel quite simple. When you look at wanting the specific code so you can be the one that's better than the other company, they take that very simple premise and just don't do much with it and don't add a lot of depth to the story, a lot of personal aspects to these characters because of all of the action within it. You have to take the elements that make Tron work so well, the neon lights and the bright visuals and the motorbike sequences and the cool costumes. They have to take everything from that and put it into this movie. And the storyline is so simple that the visuals are a way to further the story, and they do a lot with it, which it looks really cool. They're not able to add depth to it all, and so you're just taking that very simple story, that very simple premise, and not doing so much with it. Like I said, the visuals are really good. It's a visually stunning film. The bright neon red colors, it looks really cool. And the score by 9 Inch Nails, which I was really curious how would they top Daft Punk's score for Tron Legacy, and they do a fabulous job. It is that cyberpunk feel to it that really elevates a lot of these action scenes. Motorbike sequence with Greta Lee and Jared Leto, it's energetic, it's like very intense, and that's what I wanted. I never felt bored with this film. I never felt bored with the action scenes. I wish the storyline for it was more compelling, more in depth, looking at the consequences of AI and allowing for that into our world, allowing for the characters to grow and feel more human and have those emotions and feelings. I wanted to feel the weight of that storyline for Jared Leto's character. Everything was just kind of bland. Like, it wanted to be this film about like AI and looking at the inside of it all, and these characters are growing, and what does it mean to be human? Those are all storylines that you could really pinpoint on and just really focus and dive deep into, but Tron Ares just did not do that. Luckily, the action's fun, it's intense at times, the performances are fine. Visually, it's a good looking film. The score is just mind blowing. It's an absolute banger. I could listen to this score constantly. So there is enough of an entertaining value to this movie. The storyline just wasn't as compelling as I wanted it to be. It does a fine job of bridging off of the previous two Tron films while doing its own thing as well. And I'd be curious about a sequel. Hopefully it's not like 20 years from now. I didn't hate watching it, but I certainly wasn't moved by everything within the movie. I'm gonna go ahead and give Tron Ares a B-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Tron Ares. Have you guys seen it by chance? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.